Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream. Today, we are, of course, engaging in a deep philosophical question of whether or not sandwiches are considered fast food. We have debated other topics many times, but this will be the first time it is sandwiches. And this will be one of the few times in which we are not eating wings.
On Chow N Chat, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear me too. My mic appears to be on. Hello, David. Hello, Steve. Hello, Big Block 455, Darla Bricks, and Just Bricks, who, of course, is at Six Flags. Yeah. So we're getting stuff from the Bronx Sandwich Company, or we got stuff from the Bronx Sandwich Company.
Yes.
Or I think it's just called Bronx Sandwich Company, not the, but I like to put the in front of things. We are actually the, just to break in the bucket.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to eat food, and we'll talk to you guys, and that's it.
Answer questions, yes. And somehow this will still be one of our high-performing streams, even though we're not doing anything.
This is because Paul didn't want to catalog on the stream.
My error rate while cataloging.
I don't know what happened there.
Sorry. My error rate while...
I'll blame that on you.
What did that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Okay, we've got a ton of potato salad. This place's potato salad is really good. Now, that said, I have not actually had this place in like a year, so it's possible the potato salad is not good anymore, but in the past, their potato salad has been absolutely legendary. I assume this is...
That's my fries.
Yes, this is your fries.
I ordered French fries. Hopefully they're not bad.
Huh, I remember them being... Oh, you got rye.
Yeah, I got different bread.
All right, let's see. People have begun to form opinions about fast food. You will need ketchup, I presume.
Oh, there is ketchup? Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I have a fry sampling? Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got a lot.
Okay. David West says Jimmy John's is freaky fast. Noted.
I think I only had Jimmy John's once.
Have I?
I don't know. I don't think so. Kyle used to work for a print company, and he would print like big signs and all these different things. And he printed out this Jimmy John's menu. I think they updated their menu, and that inspired him to take me to Jimmy John's, and we tried it for the first time, and it was it? Oh wait. Farmer Boys. What is Farmer Boys? Is that a sandwich place? Maybe that's where we went. Farmer Boys, Jimmy John's. I don't know. They just
Firehouse.
Firehouse subs. No, that's a. I don't know. Actually, maybe it wasn't Jimmy John's, but I think I've only had it once. How's the potato salad?
Excellent.
Okay, I'll try the potato salad too. I've never had the potato salad before.
I think they mix like honey in it or something.
So it's sweet.
It's a little tiny bit sweet. It's very good.
I like it then.
Okay. JB says sandwiches are fast food.
Very quickly. Paul was disappointed when he couldn't get 32 ounces of potato salad.
Yeah, they used to have 32 ounces. Unfortunately, they no longer have 32 ounces.
That's ridiculous.
But they do have. How do I even explain that menu? So on the ordering website, we're trying to select a higher quantity, and so there's like a counter to increase, and it kept not letting me, and that is because. There was only one option, 4 ounces, and I guess I was like trying to duplicate the 4 ounces instead of the actual quantity.
Why that's an option.
Yeah. So sandwiches are fast food if the restaurant has a drive-through. So whether or not something has a drive-through is the quantifier as to whether or not it's fast food?
According to Just Bricks here.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I suppose that could make sense.
Does this have a drive-through?
No, it does not.
Okay. So according to Just Bricks, what we're eating right now is not fast food.
No.
Is Wingstop fast food?
Wingstop does not do drive-throughs.
No.
At least not around here.
They also cook to order, though.
But so do some other fast food places. Depends on the item you're ordering.
Like In-N-Out, correct. But according to Just Bricks, it has a drive-through.
Well, that depends on how long you want to wait. It has a sit through. Okay. Argumentium22 says, in the UK, fast food is fast food dependent on how long it takes from order to receiving.
I mean, in this case, it took us, about an hour, probably?
Yeah, but that's because it was delivered. I would say, like, an actual, like... Well, here's a question. Is Subway fast food, right? Subway certainly has a reputation. Sandwiches don't need to be cooked to order.
But they're usually made to order, not cooked necessarily. What was that?
That was a fruit fly that needs to die.
Cool. So we haven't done this before. At least I have not done this.
Looking up what the
Looking
definition
up
of fast
the
food
definition of fast food. Correct, yeah.
Banh mi sandwich drive-thrus. That's
cool.
That's a good.
And I'm sure there's a lot of debate about fast food.
We've had this discussion, David. Is Chipotle fast food? We were unable to come to a conclusion.
Chipotle, anything you go up to and they do it in front of you is fast casual, I thought. Where you order at the counter and they get it to you at the counter. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I think we need to call a professional.
So, according to Wikipedia, fast food is a type of mass-produced food designed for commercial resale and with a strong priority based on the speed of service versus other relevant factors involved in culinary science. So, Steve's Steve has an answer. I'll look a little further into this. Fast food was created as a commercial strategy to accommodate a large number of busy commuters, travelers, and wage workers who often did not have the time to sit down at a public house or diner and wait for their meal.
Makes sense.
So it simply is the speed in which you get your food. According to Wikipedia, the first paragraph of the Wikipedia article on fast food.
Scroll down. Is there a controversy section?
The fastest form of quote-unquote fast food consists of pre-cooked meals kept in readiness for a customer's arrival.
So bento.
This includes Boston Market, Little Caesars, McDonald's, Burger King. Other fast food outlets have mass-produced pre-prepared ingredients, which are simply heated up.
Okay, but what about things like bento and conveni? Right, where you go into the gas station and like they have a sandwich prepared and you just grab it.
Yeah, I think that's ready as well. It's according
to fast food.
I mean, according to Wikipedia, fast food is just simply like Argumentum 22 said, the speed of which you get it.
Hello, Soulflame. Welcome. We're very on task today.
I think we are actually, based on your Discord send out.
Yeah,
we are. Fast food began with the first fish and chip shops in Britain in the 1860s. Citation needed.
Wait, that can't be true. Because things like actual pizza, right? Originally, pizza was a lot closer to like a calzone, and it was just street food.
Well, this is 1860s, not 1960s.
No. I'm not talking about pizza like you order today. I'm talking about
It's Wikipedia. It could be. It's probably not right, but.
Like, what about, like, street food? Is street food fast food? Because street food has existed for, like, thousands of years.
I don't know. The term fast food wasn't recognized in a dictionary until 1951. But eating fast food has been linked to, among other things, cardiovascular disease and many other things.
But I thought the determining factor was speed, not health.
I don't know. This is what Wikipedia says.
So what about, like, a salad-only place?
Oh, no. That doesn't distinguish that it is fast food. It just, most fast food is...
Hello, Tony.
Linked to.
Brickmark says, prefer KFC in UK to USA. Our Zinger Tower burger is fantastic. Everywhere except the United States seems to have top-tier KFC, although it has improved here.
Prefer KFC in UK to USA. That's cool.
I will say, though...
Interesting.
Our KFCs have improved.
Have you ever watched those Food Wars? The Insider? I think I mentioned this at some point. Insider, it's one of the YouTube channels, Business Insider or whatever it's called, does something called Food Wars where they'll get an entire menu of McDonald's or something in the U.S., and then they have one of their offices in the U.K. do it, or they have Japan now too, and they compare it, and they're not live with each other, but they have like a conversation, and they compare the food and the ingredients and the health things and how much a large soda is in the U.K. versus U.S., and our small is almost always the same size as their large. Not always, depends on the restaurant, but pretty close. It's very interesting. It's a really interesting thing. Not really to sit and watch, but to have in the background and kind of watch that a little bit. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but very good.
It's one of Insider's, like...
I'm sure there's just sounds, Mr. G, welcome, of us chewing.
Yeah. Insider, they have like a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
There's this one Insider thing where they like bring on people from like all these weird careers and interview them. And like some of those are so interesting because we have like people will talk about like being like an executive guard and like a spy and all this stuff. It's super interesting.
Like they used to do that? They don't do it currently?
Or they still do it, yeah. And they'll talk about all this. Yeah, it's really interesting. This is other one that they when they do it for like criminals. So like they've interviewed like hitmen, and then not really criminals, but like they did
like Vice kind of does.
Kind of, but it's more like gray market, not like a gangster, but like mercenary or something like that. But they had one where it was a Facebook moderator.
Oh.
And they
I think you showed me that.
Yes,
actually.
he had to protect his identity with like a mask and everything.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah, it was super, super interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Funbrick Creations says they got to 200 subs overnight.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Soulflame says in Italy, not all pizzas are round. There are a lot of street shops that make square pizzas that are measured in length. So what we would call here Sicilian, I think. I mean, obviously, I'm sure it's very different.
I
right?
thought
Isn't it Sicilian?
Was a thinner crust. Maybe
I
not.
thought Sicilian was square. I mean, obviously, that's probably not what they call it there. KFC from Prague was probably the best I've ever eaten. You know, maybe we should do a worldwide KFC.
Travel around. I don't really want to do that, actually. Sorry.
You don't want to experience all of the fried chicken from around the world? I feel like that is probably a dish that almost every country has invented independently.
A form of fried chicken?
Yeah, or fried poultry at least.
Probably. Well, maybe. Who invented frying? Like deep frying and
I mean, think about it. All you need is oil and flour. Right? Those are very, very accessible things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you don't need processing to make... Well, you don't need modern processing to make oil. Right? I mean, you can technically deep fry something in animal lard.
Yeah, that's what it probably was initially, was all animal fat stuff. Yeah, 5th century BCE in classical Greece, in olive oil initially.
That'd be so
And
expensive.
then it spread to other parts of Europe. And then around the world. Interesting.
Today's going to be the food history episode.
Yeah. Food history today, guys. Where were we in chat? KFC from Prague was probably the best I've ever eaten. Tony says hi to everyone in chat.
Sicilian is the square one. Tony B says KFC in Kentucky is the best. But that's probably because you can get KFC that isn't made by the restaurant franchise KFC. Big Block 455 says, do you guys like to cook? Yes, so long as it's not actually like required cooking.
What?
I mean, we don't think about what we eat. We you buy meal kits. I buy prepared food. We don't exactly
cook.
No, I don't cook. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it when it's something that I have to do. But I mean, you don't cook in the same way that you used to.
No,
right?
it does.
We used to cook.
It doesn't make sense to buy so much food and then
for one person
waste it. So, and I don't share.
Hey, sometimes you'll leave stuff. So the general rule is if there's food left on the stove by the next morning,
it's free game.
It's free game, and I mean a lot of the time I will take, especially in winter when it's pretty cold out. So, I'll eat depending on what it is.
Yeah, but I buy every plate, the meal kit thing. It's the cheapest one out there, and it's pretty okay. It's not the best, but it's fine. But a lot of the cooking techniques are like the same thing. It's relatively boring cooking, I'd say. But I don't know. It's just I don't want to spend all the money to go get all the ingredients and then
it all goes bad.
Yeah, it might go bad. Or actually, the most inconvenient thing is like,
for me,
what is it? It's like you need a tiny bit of something, but when you go to the store, you can only buy this. Like, I don't know what that would be, but like fresh produce type stuff. What I gotta think of something. Maybe I don't know, some sort of lettuce or something. I only eat a little bit, or like green onion. It requires green onion for garnish.
Celery
only.
too. Celery is another.
Celery.
One.
It's only like one stalk. Thank you. That's the perfect one. One stalk of celery or one stick. Was that a stalk or the whole thing a stalk? I don't remember. Anyway, one thing of celery, one stick. But you can't buy one stick of celery at the store. You have to buy the whole head or the whatever it's called, and that's what you get. And then I don't really eat celery on its own, so I don't really know what to do with this celery because all I needed was to cut up one thing of celery for this one dish, and then it's like, do I find more dishes I can use celery? And I'm not a huge fan of celery. I don't know. That's the inconvenient thing about having to shop and go get the ingredients for dishes is that, and then kind of the nice thing, I guess, about the meal kit is that it only gives you what you need. And the thing I like about every place, it's not a huge waste of packaging. It all comes in a cardboard box, and then inside there's another little cardboard thing.
For calling this not sponsored by, or for having the little
we have
not
a lot of
sponsors.
Yeah. Tell us more about celery. Yeah, I know. I could go on and on. No, I couldn't. But anyway,
it's a negative calorie food. Although I'm sure everybody already knows that fact.
Is it?
Yeah, it takes more effort to digest than you get from it.
Because it's all water and cellulose or whatever it is? Cellulose. Oh, speaking of every plate, choose next week's meals.
I do Sunbasket, which is basically prepped meals completely. I just heat them up. But I mean, it's not like truly a TV dinner. It's like someone actually cooks it at some point. Yeah, that's what I eat. For me, it's less the cooking and more, I don't want to do all the meal planning and all the shopping. And same thing with what Evan says, where you just have a ton of things left over, and then you got to do this jigsaw puzzle to try and figure out next week's meal planning using the ingredients you have left over. And that's too much of an intellectual burden.
Yeah. Like, I still go to the store and I'll make like a regular dish here and there, but not like I used to. A lot of the burgers in the UK have celery instead of onion. I love onion. Love onion. I mean, if I go to In-N-Out, I get whole grilled onions and regular onions. Like regular. I mean, onion is my absolute favorite thing in the world. Anytime, like, if a recipe calls for half an onion, I'm putting a whole onion in there. I'm not cutting an onion in half and only using half of it. Like, love onion. So if they replace onion in the United States with celery, I'll be very upset. I made French onion soup.
That was what was so good.
French onion soup, this was a few months ago, but really, really, really slowly, you saute, I guess, yeah, that's what it is, the onions in butter, or at least this recipe was, in butter to slowly slowly get them caramelized. And onion and butter.
It was really good.
Holy, it's amazing. It's amazing. It was delicious. I could have eaten the whole massive pan. I mean, we cut up like probably almost a dozen onions. Man, maybe it was like 10 or something. But, oh my God, it was amazing. I legitimately could have eaten that as a dish.
Yeah, Evan gave me some just because he had to show how good it was. Everyone in the house,
I'm like, try this, try this, try this. It was beautiful.
Evan's always very protective. I don't even bother asking whether I can sample things anymore because I know what the answer is going to be. So
no, this was delicious. And then when we made the soup, it was okay, but I didn't caramelize them enough. I've gotten too impatient, I guess. And then the soup was it was not as good as it could have been. But onions are phenomenal. Oh no.
You got to explain now.
I was chewing. Jamie said, I hosted a dinner party 3 weeks ago, and everyone got food poisoning from my chicken, and a toddler ended up in ICU, and I refused to accept responsibility and fell out with many people. I'm very sorry to hear that.
That really sucks.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
I have not sent anyone to the ICU for cooking, but I have definitely gotten food poisoning. It is not fun.
What about the eggs at Boy Scouts? Didn't you cook eggs and they weren't cooked or something?
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
Oh. Because that made you afraid of eggs for a while.
There was an individual who will remain unnamed, who is no longer allowed, after that, was not cooking ever. That was not the first time they screwed it up either. So they also completely undercooked. I don't even know how to describe this individual's cooking. We'll just call him John. John was an atrocious cook. How to make bacon, according to John. Take the entire thing, dump, start grease fire, pour water on grease fire. Okay? Another time, how do you cook egg? He's trying to make omelets. I don't even know it.
Why is he the one cooking?
Because you have to swap around in Boy Scouts. So it had to be his turn. Yes, it was enforced. Thankfully, eventually we got kind of an exception to that. But the egg was like a cake. We stuck a fork in it and lifted it up, and the egg came up in one piece. And that was sickening. And then there was also the hamburgers. Someone decided to let him cook meat. Did not go well. Thoughts of, that was not fun. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of other horror stories. Oh, this was a different kid, but melted a fork into a table. You know, the white table we have?
Sorry, what? Melting a fork into the table?
Yeah, melted the fork into the table.
Did the fork melt or the table melted?
The table melted.
Around the fork?
After it caught on fire. Okay? And the fork just never came out again. Because it was just in the table.
It's kind of cool. Funberg Creation brings up a good little thing. I assume there will be no stream next weekend as it's Christmas Day on Saturday. That is correct. I will be out of town. I'm assuming Paul's not going to stream on Christmas. Or will you?
On Christmas Day?
Yeah. That's next Saturday.
That depends on whether or not I can get Kyle over here. I won't stream alone.
You're not getting Kyle over here on the Christmas.
But maybe if Evan can convince Kyle to come by, we can stream something. But
don't keep your hopes up.
I won't.
And then, do you think you will stream the weekend after, which is New Year's Day? Most likely, yeah. Yeah, less of a holiday. Plumber Christians, I have family coming over soon, as it is Sunday morning here. Very nice. 1 week till Christmas. Let's go, says David.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
1 week. Evan, what are you getting? What are you hoping to get for Christmas? As a almost 22-year-old adult, what
almost 22.
Almost 22.
What are you
wow.
talking about?
I don't know why, but my brain just I'm behind quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't even know what I don't. What are you hoping to get? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I don't really care. I don't think.
Let's see. What am I hoping to get?
You don't know either.
You know, some money would be nice. You know, Santa paying rent would be real nice.
1 month rent. That won't happen for me, but that would be cool.
Let's see.
I don't know.
New Year's Eve is the real holiday.
When I need something, I usually just buy it. Or like when I want something, I mean within reason, of course.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I don't know.
I need a new graphics card, but there's a very, very good reason that I have not purchased that. If anyone knows anything about the current computer market right now, it's absolutely insane. What should be like an $800 purchase is like a $3,200 purchase, and it has been for like 2 years. So, I doubt Santa's budget includes that. Let's see.
Yeah,
David West
I don't
says,
know
I
what
just want some peace on earth. Am I right?
Yep.
Yep. What do you think about New Year's Eve being the real holiday, Evan?
Sure. Should we stream on New Year's Eve? Celebrate New Year's with just a brick in the bucket.
I feel like we could bring back the Mike's Hard Lemonade for that.
Are those still on the channel? Or were those?
Did we delete those? I hope we deleted those.
No.
Anyone that remembers those streams,
Exactly, David.
that you're the real fan.
Just got home from shopping. Crazy out there. Where were you shopping?
I can imagine. This is why I almost.
February Creation says, I've done all the present shopping and most other Christmas preparation other than cooking food. Please don't cook the food a week in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, David. Strictly under 21, so can't share with David.
Nope. We're not doing a very good job of talking today.
No, I'm trying to read, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of it's just Lego stuff, and I'm not mentioning that. I don't know why.
Other than some Lego for myself, I'm not sure what we're going to do in KK in our family, as it is mostly adults. But we'll give gifts to the nephews and niece. Everyone could just do a credit card payment swap. Although I feel like if it's like most families, it's going to be quite slanted. So.
It's a thought that counts. Full Flame now loves the Nexo Knight sets. Didn't like them when they were in the store, though.
What are we going to build? We need to do some kind of a Christmas build. Well, probably a New Year's build. Because we haven't actually built anything on the channel in quite some time. What are the Christmas sets this year? I have not been paying attention
It's too late.
at all.
They're all sold out. I mentioned this, I think, when I streamed a few weeks ago. The
I feel like I'm missing something.
yeah, am I missing something?
We're on live. Yeah, we're on live
Yeah, we
chat.
see it all. I don't.
Unbrick.
Jamie and Tony, I don't know what you're talking about. We are on live chat, which means we can see everything, I believe, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, I don't think anything happened, but we'll go with that. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Jamie, I don't think anything was said based on what we are able to see, which should be everything. What were we talking about?
We were talking about building something.
Oh, right. All the Christmas stuff was sold out. But a few weeks ago, I'd mentioned that what is it? I can never remember the name of the movie. New York kid gets left.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Thank you. Yeah, build the Home Alone. That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, that's a cool set. But I believe, as far as I know, it's all sold out everywhere. Let me.
Did you ever build Stranger Things?
No, it's still in the box over there.
You should build that.
Yeah, I could build that soon.
That's, if something happens around. Wait, does that happen around Christmas? No, it just has the Christmas lights in it. Right? It doesn't actually happen during Christmas. She just uses the Christmas lights. Build the UCS AT-AT. I wish. I could. I could, of course, decorate Hogwarts. For Christmas.
You should. You should put little lights in it.
We should.
Coliseum says Nickmas. I'm sure that's not.
Yeah, that's on our list. We have a spot in the house where we want to put it.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while. And Jamie, I'm just gonna say no. He didn't delete any comment because we can see all the past history of stuff. And there's nothing, so I don't know what you're trying to do. What's actually a good idea, Soulflame? Oh, decorate with some red ribbons? No, I think you should put some tiny little lights on it. I think it'd be
Christmas
cool.
lights?
Yeah.
Santa hats.
Through each of the stained glass windows. Those aren't really Christmas lights, but it'd be cool to light that up from the inside, actually, because there are the stained glass windows, which are kind of cool. Brick Mark says, work in the morning serving a fish counter at a supermarket. Very cool. Nice. So good night. Have a good evening. Or a good sleep. $4 away from 4 figures now. What does that mean?
In terms of income, I think. For the retail.
Oh, for your retail. Okay. I was thinking 4 minifigures, and I couldn't understand what that meant.
No, same.
We've been talking minifigs all day.
Yeah.
So I got.
Speaking of, you might be able to get a Coliseum.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know though. It's a lot of money.
He sent me the
photos of today's retail, says David. He did?
Of the Scooby-Doo stuff.
Oh.
I don't really know if I want to spend that money, but at the same time, I know he's going to sell it if I don't buy it. So, and I'll probably get a way better price from him than I will from anyone else. But, let's see. What else?
I know. I do want it. But I don't know.
Let's see. What do I?
It's too much money, I think. The Titanic's cool too.
Yeah, but like, there's nowhere for that to go.
No.
That can't fit.
No.
Anywhere. See, the issue with Legos is that you got to dust them like continuously if you have them on a shelf, or they just kind of start to look, So we actually have very few Legos on display in the house. Hogwarts was eventually going to go in the house, but I don't think that's happening now.
That's crazy. For some reason, I thought it was $500.
No, they're getting the Lego pricing has nothing to do with anything.
Well, no. If it's Star Wars, I don't know what percentage Disney takes, but I don't know if Lego has to mark it up that much so they can make money with the percentage Disney takes, or if they just mark it up that much because it still sells.
Yeah.
But Star Wars for sure is just expensive compared to. I guess though, in comparison to the Millennium Falcon, how many pieces does the AT-AT have? 6,700 pieces. So it's still a lot of pieces. It's still a little overpriced. I think compared to the Millennium Falcon.
Assist official, welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
It has been a long
months.
time.
How's it been with the store? It has been
How is your car?
up and down. $800 for Millennium Falcon, and it has 7,500 pieces. So it's pretty close. They're
Okay.
relatively similar.
But what about a non-themed?
Does the new AT-AT walk? Is it motorized? I can't remember.
No, but it had that big controversy that shows up in my news because I have so many Lego searches on my search history.
What happened with it?
It's really difficult to take apart. There's like
But
some
you're
kind
supposed
of
to
a
put it
technic.
together.
Well, there's some kind of like a technic mechanic in it
Mm-hmm.
that cannot easily be undone.
Really?
But yeah, it has an unremovable step. But I guess the Lego developer released a tutorial video explaining how to take it apart. So
I've not heard that. I think the AT-AT, I think a lot of people are going to say wrong opinion on this. I prefer the AT-AT over the Millennium Falcon.
I think you're getting a new roommate.
No, it's just, to me, it's a cooler set.
Yes, it was debunked by the Lego designer themselves. They uploaded a video explaining how they could take it apart. So
Interesting. Has an unremovable step. What does that even mean? How do you not remove, like, there's no permanent connection. I mean, clearly it was debunked, but what, can you pull it up or something? Or I guess I could look it up. Jank Brick's brand solution, okay. I just want to see what the problem is, like how you could potentially...
But yeah, I want to mount the... You kind of have to... There's like a mock kit for it, but I want to mount the Millennium Falcon vertically on a wall as like a wall display piece. Yeah, we'll see. It's money that can be spent on other things.
I see.
But I guess it can.
You put that Technic pin into that opening, and because it's flat on this side and you cover it up with a pin over there, you technically cannot easily get it out. I wonder what his solution was to get it out. But yeah, I could see that being very difficult.
T. Haynes says AT-AT takes up way less floor space, but more height, obviously. Yeah. Corin666 says, I think it's a shame that it didn't come with the stormtroopers it could carry. Plus, it actually can't stand in a lot of poses because of weight. Yeah, I mean, my opinion of it is that it's another AT-AT.
Well, if we go into Star Wars, period, not Lego, but just Star Wars, the AT-AT is not a good vehicle.
No, I don't know what the Imperial designers were thinking when.
And then they made it
developed.
worse with the new ones, where it has like an extra knee wrist thing that like crawls.
Yeah,
it's just like
it doesn't even look that cool. But you know what? George Lucas likes to play with models, and that's probably the only reason.
Can anyone explain to me the take-apart steps before because I don't want to have to watch a video.
Also, the roof pieces of the Millennium Falcon are loose, so won't it fall off if mounted vertically? Yes, Soulflame, but there's a modification you can make. Not an official modification, but there's like a fan modification you can have to mount it. And also, you have to add some Technic on the inside in order to build a frame. Farmer
Creation says, for the past 3 years or so, I always get some Lego for myself each year at Christmas. Very nice.
Would you guys...
all the way to the left and no way to pull out. But Steve, what was the way to... Solution is to jiggle it. Oh, okay. That's... Okay.
I guess that works.
Yeah, I guess so.
Would you guys think the Luke Skywalker set would be good for a display set? So the Luke Skywalker lightsaber set would be good for a display set.
Is that just the lightsaber?
I usually don't buy those kinds of display things. I usually prefer like a building or something, but potentially. It's just
Just the lightsaber.
There's- yeah.
handle, not the actual blade.
there's so little display space.
Oh, it's only 173 pieces. So it's
Oh, it's small.
is that small then?
Oh, then I definitely won't get it because it'll get lost in the desk clutter.
I mean, it's not. Is it like a regular size? Oh, it's only $25. That seems pretty small. It doesn't seem like it's a scalable. I wonder if they have it. I only have 2 pictures of it.
Unfortunately, Evan, we gotta redo our lightsaber battles from when we were kids.
With Lego lightsabers?
Yeah, I don't think they'd last
Oh,
very long.
correction. It's a free item. You can't purchase it. It
Oh,
was
okay.
a, or is potentially maybe at the moment a promo. Okay, so it's probably, I mean, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
20,
for
20-ish bricks tall, so what would that be? It's maybe this long. 20 bricks. Do we have 20 bricks somewhere?
Assist official, that is the number that you said.
40483. Is that what I...
That is what he typed.
That is
yeah.
what you typed, yeah.
Let's see. What else did we miss here?
How many bricks do we have I could stack up? See how tall 20 bricks is.
Uh,
I don't have any bricks. Oh, here's some bricks.
the Soulflame says, "Wow, the AT-AT was one of my favorites. When I saw it as a kid, I was completely swept away." Yeah, I guess times change. Yelmer says, "Same as you." Oh, that is David West once again stating that he does not use a barcode system. I just don't understand.
I mean, I don't think you need to.
No, I don't. But
It just makes, for us, I think it works. Makes
Yeah.
it more efficient.
Funbook Creation says, if I had room, I'd want the two football creator stadiums and the Millennium Falcon and the Imperial Destroyer. That's a lot. I would not probably do the football stadiums, as I'm not really a sports person.
Here is 20 bricks. So this is about as long as the lightsaber.
Is that from the raffle bin?
No, these are just bricks. This is about 20 bricks. I don't know. Maybe it's more than 20, but it looks about 20. I counted each row, and there's a few plates in there, so maybe 21. But overall, it's not normal scale, because that would be. Well, how big's the lightsabers are bigger than that, right? Handles. The ones at Disneyland are. That's the only reference I have to this.
Did you hear that they closed August Cantina for the rest of the year?
Why?
I don't know, but they canceled all the reservations. Yeah, very sad. We gotta go to Disneyland again at some point in like the next 5 years because they're like booked forever.
Yeah.
Didn't they replace fast passes with
Yes.
like a paid?
Now called Lightning Lane, Genie,
Doesn't it cost
Disney
money now?
Genie. Yeah, you can pay for fast passes, which is kind of cool.
You're just saying that because you work for Disney.
No, I'm not.
I don't believe you.
I
No, you
don't,
get kickback.
I don't love it, but apparently it works really well because you can plan your entire day out.
Don't listen to him. He works for Disney.
Okay, whatever.
How much does it cost?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm pretty sure.
Mouse.
From my understanding though, it's only like $1.99 or something per. Like it's like in-app purchases. Essentially.
But now here's a question: Do they have Fastpass loot boxes? Can I play a gotcha game to get a
can I watch
get
an
my
ad?
Fastpass?
No, I don't think so.
Rolling to see which Disney character I get this time.
Yep, exactly.
Yet another mouse.
Okay, this is pretty okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
You disgust me.
it's not the best. It is a little.
Goodbye,
sweet
Fun
and
Brick.
It's kind of weird. Like it's a little weird.
Well, you haven't started your sandwich yet. You got to eat them together, right? Because the savoriness of the sandwich, and then you eat this as the side dish.
French fries. Those are savory. That's true.
You're not eating your healthy food first. Your mama would be disappointed. Corin says, at home we have IKEA frames with base plate on it. Got some minifigs in it, and we like. Looks nice. You put the glass in front, so no dust. Yeah, I completely forgot that there was an IKEA Lego crossover event. The most ambitious crossover event in history.
I'm built different. That's what that says, right?
Where?
That's what
Yeah,
that says.
yeah. Evan is built different.
Yep.
I don't think he gets that joke.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. What is it?
I gotta find the image.
Okay.
You know who GigaChat is?
No.
Evan doesn't like memes.
I just don't have time to keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, Evan only accepted that memes were funny, like, I don't know, in the last 2 years, something like that. Before, whenever I tried to show him the latest deep fried image,
because so much
he'd
of
just
them
be
were
like,
not funny.
ah.
In all honesty, half the stuff you send me, I don't reply to because it's not funny. Very rarely do I go, ha ha, in a text message. That's about it.
GigaChat Sharpie plus input numbers manually for remarks. See, someone is using.
What?
You need to keep up with the
Sharpie
modern
plus
Zoomer
input
language.
number manually for remarks?
See, Evan, how are you going to remain relevant?
GigaChad, so that's what that is?
That is a species of GigaChad, yes. It's a real person. Obviously, that particular image is not a real person, but the photoshopped that is a Photoshop of a real human being.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. How do you expect to keep up with the Zoomers in this intense marketing battle when David West can use GigaChat in his marketing material and you can't? See, I should get a higher payment.
You can,
because I'm going to have to be the marketing specialist, and keep up with all the latest TikToks and Fortnite default dancing. I'm sorry.
Soulflame says, I did 30 kilograms in 11 days on my own, so with the help of your dad, it should be possible. Assist Official earlier said I'm going to be sorting about 50. 19 days of work. How many pounds? Or how many?
Yeah, I don't know. Use freedom units, please.
Is that imperial?
Yeah.
That's horrible. 19 days of work. I think I can do it. My dad will be in town.
110 pounds.
110 pounds is 50?
Yeah, you can do that in 19 days, I think. If you've got help. And you're like only doing that.
We haven't done it, but we've had 80 pounds done in 7 days by one person. So...
Wait, sorted or uploaded?
Sorted. Oh, are you sorting? No. I'll be sorting. I don't know if that means uploading.
If it's just sorting, then yes,
are you also trying to
totally
upload
doable.
as well? Or are you just doing just sorting? If you're just sorting 19 days, you could probably do it in, based on this one person who did it for us, 80 pounds in a week, 120. You could do it in 10, 11 days. If you're uploading, I'm sure
Why does this always happen?
What?
Why our chat? Never mind. I don't want to draw attention.
I haven't been reading. Corin says 50 is about 1.2 washing machines. Thank you. Actually, that's a good way to do this. Now, I think washing machines differ in size, but I appreciate the conversion to washing machine.
Yeah, that's something I can understand.
I love it. Totally random, just sorting. Yeah, based on one person who did it for us. Now, she did it full time for the week. I don't think she spent more than 40 hours probably. No, she might have. I don't know. But she did 80 pounds in 7 days. It was picked up on Monday. It was returned the following Monday. About 80 pounds. It was 4 of the bins that
was this our first sorter?
No, this is Nicholas's grandma.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we've never given her 4 bins after that because it's too much for us to keep up with, but yeah.
Wow, that's an...
Sis Official says, but I always start with removing the big parts, then all the plates, minifig, utensils, weapons, also the parts that are in.
Justin Carter says, how long did it take for you guys to get your first order? I just opened my store. Evan, that'd be a question for you.
Well, when I opened it a very long time ago, I couldn't tell you. Can't remember anything from more than a week ago. So we're a little lost on that one.
So last week, when did the first order?
Last week, the first order came in. No. I think it really depends on what size your store is. I'm going to assume since you just opened it, it's relatively small for the time being. Also, if you're pricing it at the 6-month sales average, it's probably going to take you quite a while before you get your first order. quite a while, as in a few weeks, not like months, hopefully. But how long did it take you? I don't know. Back when I opened my store and it was very small, the problem is I was adding parts at the minimum. not like legitimately the lowest price, because I was trying to get sales. So when I did that, okay, Justin says I have 900 lots, 15% of the 6-month sales average.
You need to increase that.
15% below or 15% up? I assume 15% below, not 15% of, I assume.
I would hope not 15% of.
I assume 15% below is what you're trying to say. But if it's 15% below 6 months, 15 months below, yeah, I would probably say, I don't know. I don't know. 900 lots is honestly not a ton. But maybe I don't know. If you don't have an order in a month, I think you got a problem. But I would say just continue to add. It really depends if they're all used pieces and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see. Or you'll see. And unless you update us, then we will see as well. But when did you open your store? Sorry, I'm trying to slowly get through all this chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting
but
interesting
it's just
stuff
not happening right now. So I'm really not entirely sure what's going on here. T says, any other rich parts? T, I don't know if you've been here. Oh, well, I just saw your chat a few minutes ago. Sorry. Anyone ever stumbled across a 1x3x4 panel with a UNICEF print on it? They go for $500 a piece. We have not. T also says, any other rich parts? I always find that fascinating, like the light bluish gray turntable, which sells for $20. That came in one specific poly bag, as far as I know. I think that was the only set. It was like a little Star Wars episode 2 or episode 1.
Sorry, I was dealing with important business matters.
Episode 2 or episode 1, I can't remember. It Theed Palace, is that episode 2? Episode 1. That's episode 1. A tiny little drawer. No, that's episode 2. Star Wars movie 2. I don't know. Anyway, it's a small little thing, and it had a gray turntable base, like light bluish gray turntable. You know what turntable base is? The 2x2. You pop in the turntable.
Sorry, I'm completely lost.
Anyway, that's an expensive piece. Other than that, I'm sure there are many, many other pieces that didn't come in many sets, but I don't know of them at the moment.
How long did verification take for you, Justin? Because we've heard like a lot of people saying that the verification takes forever now. So, and we get questions a lot asking how long it is. So, whenever we see a new seller, we kind of like to know what it's at right now.
Corin says, I'm in the middle of trying to formulate conversion rate from lots and items to orders per day and order value. It is interesting to statistically see that there seems to be some actual statistically. I'm a little confused on what you said there. Does that make sense to you? It says
I'm in the middle of trying
to see that statistically there seems to be an actual statistically. Oh, sorry. There's a second. Strong relation between lots and items versus orders per day and order value. Yeah, we've never really sat down and tried to do it, but
I mean, we have had models in the loosest sense of the word.
Right. Some very simple Excel conversion that I'm just like, okay, I'll just add some more lots and drag down the thing and fill it in. But I think a lot of it also has to do with what lots you're putting in. If you have every color of brick in every shape of brick, but you have no plates or no tiles or no mini, like it really depends, and I'd almost say it's impossible to truly get a model down of how many lots are in your store, how many pieces, and
it'd honestly
something. But I'm curious to see what your thing is exactly and how you're getting it. Because I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying there's no exact, but like it'd be interesting.
What might actually be a better way to go about it is to weight lot count of categories. So, for example, people might come to your store because you have minifig parts, but if you don't also have other things, then they won't make a purchase.
Right.
So it might actually
especially
be better.
for us where we charge a small order fee. or it's like, and if we only have one thing they need, they're going to go try to find it somewhere else where it's cheaper, or where they can get more of what they want. Lots of answers here. Sorry, I just put food in my mouth. One sec.
We have to swap out, okay?
Yeah, sorry. I don't think it's Nickmis. I'm so sorry. I'm saying it wrong for sure. But said I got verified in 6 days in October. I know. Sorry, it's official.
We do what we want, okay?
T says my verification took about a month or so. Did Justin answer? About a week to verify. But I think they verified me early because I emailed them. Yeah, I don't know. There was no verification thing for me. But it seems to be not consistent. T said a month. And then there was a week, and there was a week for you because you emailed. But, like, I don't...
It's just some
from
people
what
it seems to take
it's forever, and other people it's like 3 days. And Nickmes or Nickmis... How do you say your name? Can you
phonetically
type it out for me? Nickmis. Okay, cool. Thank you. You knew what we were saying before. Nickmis, 6 days. So it jumps around for sure. Emery, welcome to the stream. How are you? Corin says it's all thanks to you people sharing the numbers. Pops, Ralph, Hillians. Hillians is a channel I need to watch more. I just haven't watched, but I think I'm subscribed. Only thing I can use now is value per item sold, which should indicate bulk indicators or more exclusive parts. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really interesting to know, because I bet you there's an optimal category inventory percentage for various sizes.
Sorry. T says, it was the day after posted a meme on social media about waiting around for BrickLink. So they must have seen your post. Justin said, how was the food?
We have not rated it yet.
No, we have not rated it.
We might as well give it our rating.
Yeah. How long have we been streaming? Also, the shot looks ugly. Like,
yeah, the color is...
It's so orange. Sorry,
and
guys.
it's definitely accentuating my, of course, peak physique.
I mean, that's just the way you're sitting. All right. Give me 1 second, and I can adjust the white balance on the camera.
But we have been streaming for... Does it?
A little over an hour.
Okay.
Huh. The white balance is set.
Evan hasn't even eaten. Yeah, I know. Evan, you also haven't had your water. Do you want me to call your dad?
Is this good? Is that better? I think that looks a little better.
Thank you, David.
Thank
you a lot.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
Thank you.
Like, actually, yeah.
You need to drink your water, though.
I will drink my water. I'm going to answer this question. Have you two done COVID tests? I have. They're awful.
Did you get an
we
A+
live
or a
together,
B-?
Jamie. I got a C. Not good. We live together. I'm triple vaxxed.
I need to schedule my booster. It's not because I'm anti-vax or anything. I just really need to actually take the time to do it. But I am vaccinated with my first two. Yeah, I need to actually do it.
Evan hasn't even eaten to his to rate. Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I've got I do know this is a sandwich. This is not my first time getting this. Here's what happened actually. Yesterday, I really wanted a sandwich, and I was working with all the people I was working with. No one wanted a sandwich, so they got Jack in the Box, which to me is not a sandwich. Okay. Maybe it is, but I wanted like a regular
Don't get
bread,
into the discussion
turkey.
Of what?
No, I wasn't. I was about to, but I didn't. Anyway, so I got a grilled chicken club, which was close enough. It was the closest thing I could get to a sandwich at Jack in the Box, like a standard traditional
ranch,
sandwich. But so I know exactly what this is. So when Paul said we should do a Chow N Chat or whatever he said, I was like, I really want a sandwich. And then we got sandwiches. But we've had this place. I know this sandwich is great. Haven't opened it. Could be the wrong order. Who knows? But it's got turkey and cheese and lettuce and tomato and pickle and mayonnaise on rye bread with a little bit of bacon and avocado. Delicious
Well, then
sandwich.
eat it.
I will eat it. But I haven't yet.
Also, drink your water. I will get your dad over here. So I was working. There's a studio attached to this house that I've been remodeling. I was working there. I don't think Evan intended for it to be overheard, but his dad had come over.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
And they were arguing in the doorway, and Evan's dad was telling him to drink more water. And it went on for quite some time. And I was going to come out and back his dad up, but his dad scares me, so I didn't. But I really should have come out there and told Evan to drink his water. But now I got to do it, or I will have my parents call your parents to tell you to drink water.
All right, I'm just going to quickly say to everyone in the chat, let's take it down. Let's be nice to everyone, or I'm going to start clicking buttons here.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to be nice.
Why is it?
I don't know why there's so much going on today. It hasn't been this, because here's the thing. You guys are on the line. You haven't quite stepped over. I mean, a few times a little has been crossed. You put your toe over, but you haven't really jumped over.
Not like.
But
okay. But here's my real problem. Is we have had trolls in this chat before, who are actually really, really funny. We still have to remove them.
I
of course.
I know.
It's very.
It
painful.
is entertaining.
Yeah, it's very
but
painful
we can't
to
let
not laugh.
Happen.
But like, come on, if you're.
Yeah. And Tony, if that actually happened, I apologize and I'm sorry for that and stuff. But we do live together in this house that we're in right now. We are not going to wear masks together. I will gladly wear a mask in public.
I usually wear a mask when I'm in public. So.
But yeah, in this specific situation, which I don't think we've actually talked about before, we are okay.
But anyway, moving on from that.
Yeah, Big Block 455. Keep the comments positive. T says Jack in the Box is usually my first stop when I cross south of the border into the States. Do they not have Jack in the Box in the United or what?
The United what?
I was going to say United Kingdom. Canada is north of us, though. I think technically the UK is a little bit north as well. It's in the northern area of us.
Correct.
Different area. Different.
It's quite northern compared to us.
Is it?
Yes. The only reason
compared to us,
that it's not like frozen is because of a water pattern off the coast, which keeps it green. Otherwise, it would be cold, very cold.
Huh. To be honest, water do be the stuff of life. No, Jack in the Box is
interesting.
No Jack in the Box in the Midwest.
You heard Del
either.
Taco and Jack in the Box merged, right? They're the same company now.
Jack in the Box purchased Del Taco. But
yes,
sure.
Yes.
I don't think that's a merger.
Well, you know,
well,
they're both. I guess they're both West Coast chains. Interesting. Maybe the good thing will happen where Del Taco. It'll be a good swap. Like Jack in the Box will get Del Taco's fries, and.
Oh, okay. As long as Del Taco does not get Jack in the Box's tacos.
I fully agree with that. But I was going to say Del Taco gets Jack in the Box's shakes. Because Jack in the Box's shakes are, like...
pretty good.
Very good, yes. I would say they're some of the best...
All right. Jamie and Tony, we're going to have to take you guys out.
The way in which you said that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you guys
that was a dangerous button.
Stepped over the line. I apologize. Actually, I don't apologize for anything. Why am I apologizing? Okay.
Anyway.
I call it...
let's see. Never tried a Jack in the Box shake. Yeah, their Oreo shake is like when I lived. The reason why I had so much weight to lose, a lot of it was due to the 3 a.m. Jack in the Box milkshakes. Because
3 a.m.
At my old parking lot,
Oh.
at my old apartment.
You lived
Not
right.
my old parking lot. My old apartment. There was a Jack in the Box literally right there.
Yeah.
And I would go to that Jack in the Box whenever I was hungry, and after like midnight, they switched to like their like munchie menu. That's just what I'm going to call it. It's clearly targeted.
that is what it's called.
But it's targeted towards a very specific audience, right? And it is not healthy food. Not that Jack in the Box is normally healthy, but like, it's worse than usual.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that definitely constituted to a lot of weight gain. But man, now I want to go get a Jack in the Box shake. Let's see. Steve says the North Atlantic jet stream. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Keeps us defrosted. You know what's crazy? I blocked 2 people, and more than half of our chat is missing now. We just can't, it's...
Are all those drawers that are removed from the Black Friday sales? Yes.
They unfortunately are. Fortunately, unfortunately.
How
We
many?
are back up to over 11,200 lots now. Past 2 days, I put in almost 800 lots now, I think, which is awesome.
How many?
Actually, today... Well, yeah, yesterday. No, sorry. I didn't do anything yesterday. I worked a 14-hour day yesterday, not in here. The day before, I put in, 600-something lots, and this morning I added whatever. But yeah, pretty good.
How many drawers?
That's what all these holes in the wall are for. We have tons. You can't
Yeah.
see, but
So many.
stacks of 16 drawers this tall. We
Going
have
around the whole...
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should I only count numbered ones, or should I count unnumbered ones too? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32 stack, well, plus a few extra. Oh, plus there's some over there. 33, 34, 34 and a half stacks of 16 drawers.
A lot of drawers.
That are just the small drawers. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9,
Soulflame was going to say you
10,
could film them for the next vlog.
11 stacks of 8 of the large drawer units. We have a lot of drawers available right now. A lot.
Big Block says the floating wall is awesome. Yes, I agree.
The what?
The floating wall.
The floating wall. Thank you, Big Block.
We need to put another one in.
We need another one. Yeah. Well, we almost need another one. We currently have what did I just say? 30-something stacks.
Yes,
of
Steve,
16.
I agree.
A lot of extra drawers at the moment.
It's always us. I don't know why they come to this to our channel, because we're not a very big channel.
Nor does it really upset us.
Yeah. They don't really get a good reaction out of us. So
the cool thing about essentially what we did for the Black Friday sale, when we emptied if we emptied the drawer completely, we took it off the wall. But if it was half empty, we just left it on the wall until the very end. And then last Tuesday, Kyle and I went through the entire aisle and through that little wall, and we pulled every single drawer off that was half empty or that should be reassigned into another drawer. And what that allowed is, one, we got a ton of free drawers, but the cool thing about that is because we went in order of the wall, each of these stacks of drawers is roughly in order. Not exactly, but in each block section. So for example, if you actually go in the aisle, which I can't really show you, for the first 5, 6 columns, there's actually very few drawers missing, because those have been the 6 columns that I've been filling up with drawers, which is awesome, because now it's not like when what happens is I add parts to a drawer, and then we have a dozen drawers, and we have to look at the numbers, and some of them go over there, some of them go here, some go here, some go in the aisle, some go on the other side of the aisle, so it's all over the place. But now that they're in stacks of
you're very
the right
enthusiastic.
thing, I love this. It's so exciting. It's you don't understand. You don't
No,
put
I
the drawers
do.
away. I put all the drawers away.
I have put drawers away before.
they're awful.
Do you remember when there was the...
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am very enthusiastic and excited about this. It is pretty awesome.
Assist official, I think that's... Are you going to include all of the side content? Because if that is your goal, or
Good luck.
Yeah, all
Star
7
Wars
seasons.
Marathon. I assume that's just the nine episodes.
I have to assume so, because otherwise you got to watch 7 seasons of Clone Wars, 4 seasons of 4 seasons of Rebels, I think. The Mandalorian. What about the Lego content? Where does the Lego content rank in all of this? Because there's the really old.
Everything.
We gotta watch Clone Wars.
I don't think there's enough time to do that. We're already in the holiday season.
Yeah, let's see. That's how many hours? Are Clone Wars episodes 24 or
Freemakers? That's another one, right?
Freemakers? That's the Lego thing.
Is that the Lego one? 19 days, guys. I don't know if it's official. You have like 50 kilograms of Lego to sort too, so.
How many episodes?
Copley says I really like the Lego Star Wars series.
133. So I think they're 22-minute episodes. So 133. That's 2,096 minutes. So 48 hours to just make it through Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's 2 days.
Yeah.
If you just stay up. It's okay, it's just official. If you write even, I still know that's me.
Clone Wars animated movie. Let's not talk about that.
They have a movie?
It's really bad.
The Star Wars Christmas special or something. Where does that fit?
That's
right?
another thing that we don't talk about.
Oh, sorry.
But we do have to watch that.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Nikolai says I did it in the last few weeks, just the movies, not the series.
Oh, but I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but the best Star Wars content is the non-mainline Star Wars content. I'm sticking to that opinion. I've had this argument before, and I at this point, I'm not going to be swayed. As someone who is a massive Star Wars fan, this is going to sound super hypocritical. The movies actually are not that fantastic.
So Flame says I like Rogue One a lot.
Audios TV,
says, Paul,
welcome.
I'm with you on this.
Okay, good.
No hate.
Yeah,
You're all good.
There was an Ewok. Yes. That is something that teachers would put on in like kindergarten. Okay, thank you, Dave. Okay, it looks like I'm not actually in as much of a minority.
Well, T says original trilogy, Rogue One, and Mandalorian. Mandalorian's great.
Rebels is kind of tough to get through. The first season is just like.
Oh yeah, Mike. That is for sure. I would agree. They were.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just.
Sorry, they were groundbreaking.
Yeah, they're just. They're honestly kind of okay. I mean, obviously from a technical perspective, they're like incredible.
Right.
But I don't know, just from like a story perspective,
I think there
are other. Yeah, they're not bad.
I think if there wasn't such a cult following around the whole Star Wars franchise, they'd be looked at as better movies.
Yeah, but I mean,
think they're over criticized.
The thing
not that they're amazing, but I don't think they're as bad as everyone's like. Oh my God, the first. Okay, now the first three are the
prequels. The prequels are the best ones. This is an opinion that I have formulated over years. I used to be in the prequels suck camp. I am now firmly in the prequels are the best mainline.
Legitimately.
Specifically, movie 3 is the best Star Wars movie, possibly the best Star Wars content. I would say, other than season 7 of Clone Wars is perhaps the best Star Wars content, but movie 3 is pretty close up there. It's the only. This is gonna get a lot of hate. It's the only one with actually good character development. Luke is. No. 6 may also have good character development. But then, I mean, then again, what people wanted in a character was very different back then, right? And like the whole just objectively a good person without like any flaws was like a lot more acceptable in terms of having a protagonist.
Oh, have you seen Bad Batch?
Not yet. I want to rewatch all of Clone Wars and stuff first.
All right, David. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you later. Nikolai says episode 3 is best for the memes.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you think about it, the original trilogy is now also a prequel meme because there's a sequel. So technically,
that's true.
You know, and if they ever release anything after the Skywalker saga, then
well, here's
and
the
that
thing.
will be prequel meme too.
The Skywalker saga, of course, who knows? But I think is done.
Yeah, that just depends on whether or not the last movies get retconned.
Within from the beginning to the end of that timeline, I'm sure there will be things in the middle that they add and continuously.
I don't know. I expect there'll be something chronologically after, or they will just go ahead and soft retcon the movies, where they won't officially say that they're not canon anymore. There will just be content that conflicts with them, and they just won't acknowledge the fact that it conflicts.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, it's also everyone hated the prequels when they came out. So when I go back and watch the sequels in 10 years, it could be that I actually think they're the best Star Wars content. So we'll have to.
You're
see.
talking 6, 7, 8, or sorry, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I probably won't think that. Although my opinion on The Last Jedi has shifted, quite a bit.
That's 8?
Yeah, I still think that the whole Casino World plotline is
because they never finished anything.
Just objectively poor writing.
They ended that movie,
Yeah.
8, with a whole storyline that needed to be wrapped up in 9.
Yeah. Well,
And just was not
I
there.
just think that the whole the whole Rose storyline. Not that I have anything against the character, right? Just
because they didn't wrap anything up.
that whole storyline was just, even within the movie, just could have been removed.
Should have.
Yes, and even ignoring the existence of 9, it just served no purpose within the narrative of the single film.
But it could have served a purpose in 9 had they planned ahead for it.
Yeah, but there's so many better things that they could have done with that time space.
I personally actually felt like the Rose storyline was good. And I thought it was started, what they made, I felt like was turning into something.
I agree, Nick Miss.
I felt like something was coming out of it. And then there was legitimately nothing in 9. But had they completed that in 9 or continued off of that, I feel like that Casino World with Rose, like, it just worked in my opinion. Like, or could have. But it didn't because they didn't go anywhere with it. Legitimately didn't talk about it again.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand how a franchise with so much money and weight behind it can produce content so amateur. Like, it's not even that it's bad in like a complicated way.
The problem is they were trying to make...
It's just poorly written.
Because they were trying to make 3 movies without writing 3 movies. They made 1 movie with no expectation of what they were going to do in the next one. And then when they finished 2, they had no expectation of what they were going to do with the 3rd one, so they couldn't actually tie anything together.
Phasma is female.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know what is going on with Star Wars, but the Obi-Wan series I am super hyped for. So I cannot wait for that. Soulflame says also, let's not forget the original Star Wars movies were meant for kids. Kind of. I would say they were more family friendly than meant for kids. I mean, in terms of something being meant for kids, technically Clone Wars is meant for kids, and there are war crime montages of that. Someone has gone through and cited every instance that they break the Geneva Convention. I got to show you a video at some point. The Clone Wars is a kids show video. Well, Soulflame, there's also, I mean, the fact that the Star Wars movie that was released has virtually nothing to do with the Star Wars movie that was written. The Star Wars film was completely redone on the cutting room floor, like almost completely. So, you know, I don't know what the original intent was, but George Lucas is just kind of strange. Dave Filoni is the true Star Wars genius, in my opinion. There are so many standalone Clone Wars episodes that seem directed at kids. Yes, that is probably because they had a quota to fulfill if they did not want to get the Evangelion treatment, where they write something that is supposed to be a kids show and then just out of nowhere they start committing war crimes, so if they move it to an evening slot. But yeah, there are definitely like some weird filler episodes where it's just like, oh, let's go gather some crystals. However, that actually ended up turning into a war crime. Like they go to like take some Padawans to go find their lightsaber crystals, and you're like, oh, this is going to be like a little kid episode, right, where they have the little kids, and then they all end up getting sold into slavery. But that show is so good. That is probably the only kids show I have seen with like such a high degree of like I don't know if I can actually mention this like on stream. The high amount of like intention, like suicide bombers. It's a very strange show. I highly recommend it. It's not a kids show. Corin says, instead of watching Star Wars ad nauseum, we can now watch the actual inspiration for Star Wars, Dune, and wait for the second part to be produced. Yes, I need to read the book so that I can watch the movie. I do not like to admit I have not read the book. But
you need to watch the movie, then you read the book.
I know, I've heard the movie is actually a very good adaptation of the book.
Right, but in my opinion, the reason that most movies are deemed worse than the book is because when you read a book, it's not all laid out in front of you. In your head, you have to imagine visually and all these things and what the people sound like when they talk. And
yeah, but then why do most people that love the Dune books say that the movie is an almost perfect adaptation?
Well, no, it might be. But I'm just saying the concept of why movies are always never as good as the book is because when you read that book, when Paul reads it versus when I read it, we're going to have different pictures of what this character is. So when you see it on the screen, it's
Wheel
never
of
going
Time.
to be the same.
That is
never going to be the same.
That is the Wheel of Time. You know, I'm going to get angry if I talk about the Wheel of Time. Audios TV says, as a movie watcher, what's the Star Wars TV show you would recommend? That
Mandalorian.
Yeah, if the issue with Clone Wars is that you do have to suffer through the first bit before.
Really? Is the season 1 not good or something?
Well, first of all, the show is not told linearly. It's in non-chronological order. And so either you can, there's two ways to watch Clone Wars. You can go on StarWars.com and find the chronological list and watch it in that order, which I recommend. Or you can watch it in release order, which I recommend less, because the first season is mostly kid filler content, because it was brand new and still targeted mostly at kids. And so if you're willing to sit through a season of kids show, like actual kids show, which still you have to watch because you need to understand the events happening, then watch Clone Wars. But otherwise, I'd recommend The Mandalorian.
I think The Mandalorian you can watch as a movie because it's so...
Yeah.
One episode leads right into the next. It's a serial series as opposed to like an episodical thing, which I think Clone Wars has serial
Clone
themes,
Wars is
more...
Clone Wars is saga based, so they'll have like 4 episodes that are part of a set, and then they'll go, and those happen chronologically, and then you'll have something that might take place way before that. Now it does follow most of the storyline was mapped out when it was originally written. It's just told non-linearly. So you can watch it non-linearly and understand the story, the continuous story as it progresses. It's just they go back to like explain events that have already happened, because like they'll start in media res, with something, and then 3 seasons later, they'll go back and actually show you what led to that battle.
Interesting.
But
Lego Zoner, welcome to the stream.
yes. Let's see. I think the latest Dune is the best so far. Yes, that's what I've heard. I have heard that it is a exceptional adaptation. Dune 1984 was funny and not bad, but the current movie is really, really good. All characters are in line with the books. I mean, obviously, the only part really was missing was the dinner scene. Yeah, I have not read it yet. Corin says, well, now off to watch The Witcher Series 2 since it just came out. First of all, I love the books, and I loved Witcher 3. We don't talk about the other 2 games. But I just could not get into the series. For some reason, it was just kind of boring to me. I don't know.
Is it a show based on the game?
Well, there's books, which were then turned into a game, but the games are a sequel to the book.
And the show is
a kind of a retelling of the books, but it also pulls in some elements from the games.
Interesting. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah. But I don't know, it just did not have the same tone, because the books are essentially a series of short stories about like a monster slayer, and they're really philosophical. It's less about the actual killing the monsters and more wondering whether or not they're human. To answer your question, Assist Official, I would need to look into the copyright, and also that'd be, no offense, a huge pain to moderate, depending on how many people show up doing a movie night. So it is on Patreon, not Discord.
Yeah.
That might be more of an option. I would need to look into whether or not we can show.
How we can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people do that, though. In Discord, though, maybe.
Yeah, we can do it in Discord. We can even create an event. Yeah. I'm not sure whether or not.
We talk about maybe. Yeah, something. We'll see, though.
Yeah.
We can't say yes, but it's possible.
Yeah, Corin, I do recommend you read the books. I thought you were talking about The Witcher. For Dune, yes, I do need to read the books as well. But right now I've got too much stuff to read. These sandwiches are you don't know.
I have not eaten my sandwich yet because I'm going to save it for later.
You had a very healthy lunch.
I had fries and potato salad.
What did you have for breakfast?
I had coffee for breakfast. That's it. Okay. You need to read. He needs to read Witcher. You need to read Dune.
Yeah. The Witcher is very. It does not have very many fight scenes and stuff. Like, it's 90% just like people talking. So it can be very boring if you are not interested in literally like 80 pages of dialogue. Lego's owner, I agree.
Yeah,
drink more water.
I will eat my sandwich after the stream. I don't want to get it out and then be
done, because I think we're getting pretty close to wrapping up here.
Yeah, but I will eat it soon. I promise. I'll ping everyone in Discord to let them know I ate my sandwich.
Please, that's 376 people.
Really?
Yeah, it tells me when I'm about to ping saying, are you sure you want to do this? No, I've got too much manga to read, and that takes me forever because my Japanese is not very good, so I got to stop. It takes me like 10 minutes to make it through a page. So,
You're reading it in Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know. That language is a mistake. Anyway.
I think we're getting wrapped up here.
Yep.
Chat has slowed down
quite a bit.
Significantly. I am tired.
I am
not that
going to bed. Streams are just, like, it seems like it should be really easy to stream here, to just stream, but, like, I don't know why, but these are just, they're exhausting.
Yeah,
not in a bad way, like, they're fun. It's just...
It's like trying to keep up with chat and talk and answer. It's the most
and then constantly watching what you're saying because somebody's just waiting there to clip it if we say something that remotely out of like, not that we'd actually say anything bad, because I like to think most of our opinions are probably acceptable opinions, but like, it's so easy to clip something out of context. You really got to like pay attention to what you say. Are you interested in any new sets coming out?
Yeah. Actually, sorry, you can answer that in a second. But probably the most tiring thing about this is, one, trying to keep up with multiple conversations at once, and then two, legitimately running every word through a filter.
Yes.
And then saying it.
Well, and making sure that you're not being tricked by chat, because sometimes people will like I've seen an author accidentally say like a racial slur because someone was saying like, say happy birthday to, and then it was like spelled out. And like, so then they say that, and then that gets clipped and spread all around.
That's hard too. I read most of the chat before I say it, which is why sometimes I'll sit and stare here for 15 seconds because I'm reading everything to figure out which one is actually worth saying. Yeah.
And or I'll say 5 words and then realize I need to stop.
Yeah, that happens occasionally. And then sometimes it's like there's too many things that go too far ahead, and then we're just trying to backtrack and we jump around. But yeah, are you interested in any new sets coming out?
I don't know what new sets are coming out.
I don't either. I'm actually not sure what sets are coming out either.
We have been so focused on used that like, because we used to keep up with the releases. We have just been so focused on expanding used that like, basically we just wait for sets to come to us. We don't really go out and buy anymore. And so all we do is when sets come to us, we just check whether they're 3 times, and that's it.
Yeah, we used to just always look at everything, so we always see everything new coming out because we were looking for new, not new as in a new design, but just new quality.
I mean, the other thing is, we don't buy Lego for ourselves. It's not to say that like we're not into the hobby. It's just we've got so much that we do, and like so many other things that we spend money on, and then also work is Lego, which in my opinion kind of makes it a bit less fun, right? Because we're like surrounded by it constantly. But there's also just the fact that we don't have anywhere to put stuff. So like, even if I bought a set, I'd build it here on stream for you, and then I would take it apart, put it up in the attic, and then it would sit there until I say, oh, when I get a bigger house, I'll pull it out.
Yeah, you should get a room dedicated to Lego. A Happy Brick Life says, do you have any tips to get more positive feedback in your store? I would say, I don't know that it's helped. Actually, it's not really how we operate, but so a lot of people say, hey, if you leave me positive feedback, they put a little piece of paper or a business card or something in the box and say, if you leave feedback, you get 5% or 10% off your next order. And I think that probably helps to get more people to do positive feedback. We don't necessarily do that. Excuse me. We just give a coupon to everyone, but I would only say about 50% of the people leave feedback for us. Yeah, it's definitely not. I'd love if everyone did, but most people, or it's pretty close to 50-50.
I mean, I think a lot of people probably say, oh, I'll leave feedback when it arrives, which makes total sense, and then they just forget. So
another simple thing could probably just be, once you, I mean, it's a lot more work, but once you see that they got their package and maybe they've marked it as received or completed, you could always send up a follow-up email, or you just see it's been delivered. Send up an email, a follow-up email, and say, hey, looks like your package arrived. Just want to make sure everything's doing okay. If something's wrong, please let us know as soon as possible, and we'll try to get it fixed for you.
Leave positive feedback. I have your address.
In the next thing, it just says no.
But see, there's something that can be clipped.
In the next paragraph, it just says, and we always appreciate like it's one reminder, but usually just I don't know that there's a way to get it above 50 unless you require it. I don't know. We will. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll charge you again if you don't leave feedback. We'll double the cost of your order. I'm not sure. Corin says, well, let's wrap it up then. Good night, everyone. Good night, Corin. Soulflame says there's so many releases in the past years, it's hard to keep up. That is very true. Maybe not, because I just wasn't paying attention for so many years, but it does feel like in the past 2 years, and again, that's when we kind of started paying attention again. It feels like they've just been releasing a crazy amount of things. But maybe they haven't. I don't know. Maybe it's consistent with the past
I don't know.
5
It
years.
feels like there are more
I
releases.
think in relation to the pandemic, Lego as a company has grown maybe not significantly, but a decent portion, and they're switching towards more adult themes.
Which a lot
Not
of
really,
people
but-
seem to not like. I've
Really?
I've read a lot of stuff, not in like our Discord, but just like on Reddit and stuff. Of people are not super happy that they're catering more towards designers.
Interesting.
Or not designers, but
Exactly, Soulflame. Tell them they'll be banned from your store if you don't leave positive feedback.
All right, I think we should
that's it.
actually go ahead.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I think that's it.
Yep.
As always, if you're not subscribed, I'm sure everyone here has subscribed. But if you're not, click the subscribe button. And give it a thumbs up, please. And only 14 likes. Let's get that to 20. We're going to sit here and watch the likes until we get to 20. So please, click the like button.
I'll be back tomorrow.
But we're not going to talk. We're just going to look at the count. All right, go ahead. Let's get it to 20.
It does refresh, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
It just went up one.
You do realize that we're not holding them hostage. They can leave at any time, right?
No, they can't.
Okay.
They have to like it.
We're not going to get there.
No, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, it went down. It went down, you guys. What happened? 20. Let's get to 20.
You know, and you were calling me scummy for wanting to set up a super chat meter.
Yes, that's different.
But we were going to reward them.
We are rewarding them. We're gonna do
What are we going to do if we hit 20 likes?
18. We're almost there, you guys. Let's do it. 20. Go on your phone and like it. Don't do
How
that.
many
Don't do that.
accounts?
Don't do that. How many accounts do you have?
Way too many.
All right, we're at 20. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.